Hello and welcome back to the Reset Election Series, Episode 5. Today, the 2028 primaries. Since Jamie McCourt has no official strong opponents in the Republican primary, we can safely assume that she will be the projected winner to win the Republican nomination, the Republican primary. She will go on to be the nominee for the second time in the row as a non-incumbent. However, on the Democrat side, we do have a competitive primary between three major candidates, and we have the Iowa caucus results, and we can project that Kathy Hochul will be the projected winner out of the Iowa caucus, out of the Iowa primary. As you can see here, winning 53% of the vote. Tony Blinken comes in second at 34%, and Kirsten Gillibrand is at 12%, just 3% below the 15% threshold. As you can see here, only Hochul and Blinken wins delegates out of Iowa, Hochul winning 25 delegates and Blinken winning 16. And here are the delegates allocated so far. Kathy Hochul sits at 25 delegates, Tony Blinken sits at 16, and Kirsten Gillibrand sits at 0. And here's the countrywide, the nationwide map so far. Hochul labeled in green, Blinken in light blue, and Gillibrand in brown. And we do have a major announcement right now, as Kirsten Gillibrand has dropped out of the 2028 Democrat primary field, and she has endorsed Kathy Hochul for the presidency. We can now project that Kathy Hochul will be the winner in the New Hampshire primary, as you can see here, dominating this race, winning 75% of the vote. This is a state close to her home state of New York, so this is a big win for her campaign. As you can see, Tony Blinken only winning 25% of the vote, though he will still win delegates. As you can see here, Kathy Hochul will win 18 delegates and Tony Blinken will win 6 delegates. And the delegates allocated so far, Kathy Hochul has won 43 delegates and Tony Blinken has only won 22. It seems like this is Hochul's race to lose. And here's the map thus far. And we can now project that Kathy Hochul will win the Nevada primary. This was a state that Tony Blinken was hoping to win. He had made claims that he would drop out if he did not win the Nevada primary. And as you can see here, he only won 30% of the vote here in Nevada. Kathy Hochul winning 69%. And out of the delegates that are being awarded, Kathy Hochul winning 25 delegates and Tony Blinken winning 11. And here are the delegates allocated so far. Kathy Hochul is now up to 68 delegates in the primary. Tony Blinken is at 33 in the primary. And here's the map so far. Kathy Hochul is seemingly going to sweep every state this primary cycle, similar to Jamie McCourt in the Republican field. And we now have news that Tony Blinken will be dropping out of the 2028 Dem primary, as he will endorse Kathy Hochul for the presidency. This was a long shot bid, however, he did fairly well despite that. We can now make the news that Jamie McCourt will select former State Secretary Mike Pompeo, who was the Secretary of State under the Trump administration. He will serve as Jamie McCourt's running mate. We can now make the news that Kathy Hochul will select former UN Ambassador Tony Blinken. He served as Secretary of State under the Biden administration and UN Ambassador under the Ojeda administration. He will now be serving as Kathy Hochul's running mate, which could help Hochul win back Democrats who voted for Ojeda in 2024, who are now upset with his campaign. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to go follow my Twitter at Chaotic Politics. This is the Chaotic One saying, peace.